Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Lasham briefing for Friday, the 14th of June, 2024. As usual, we'll start with the synoptic charts, and here we're looking at lunchtime yesterday, and you can see out to the west these occlusions which eventually stopped play yesterday afternoon. If we run the sequence through then, through midnight last night, you can see the occlusions have travelled right across the country and multiplied by the looks of it. By lunchtime today, we're seeing the back end of this occlusion here, clearing the area, and a trough coming into the southwestern approaches of the UK. This could be bringing quite heavy showers and perhaps some thunderstorms with it, but we won't suffer until maybe late afternoon with that, I don't think. Looking at surface winds today, they're probably going to be down 2-3. The 1,000-foot wind to the northwest is 240.15, and to the southwest 230.25. So quite strong and gusty. The sat pic here shows the back end of this front disappearing out into the North Sea. And if we look towards the west, there's a few gaps there. The cloud's not too thick, and you can see hints of wave as you head out towards the sort of Dartmoor area and the southwest of the country. Looking at the rain and showers, you can see they're quite extensive, but there are gaps in between them, but they're quite fast moving as well. So let's just bear that in mind. If we do see them coming over the horizon, let's just be prepared to try and avoid them. The forecast rain for the day, if we just run this sequence through, it shows showers basically all day long, really. Whether we'll get one or not, it's going to be hit or miss, but we need to be prepared because when they do come through, they could be quite big and quite thundery. And of course, we'll get the associated gust fronts on the bigger showers to contend with. Local forecast shows it gradually getting worse through the morning towards lunchtime, and then again towards tea time again, maybe a few more showers there. Temperatures today up to about 15, maybe 16 at the warmest part of the day. The winds are going to be southwesterly, 14-15 knots, but gusting 25-26 in the stronger parts of the day. So we just need to think about ground handling and canopies and that kind of thing today. Temperatures in this area, 16 to 18 centigrade, with the dew point down about 9 to 11 centigrade. And looking at the local temperature right now, we've got just over 13 and just over 10 for the dew point. And you can just see we're starting to get a little bit of a split here, but not much. It's not looking like a fantastic day locally. This photograph is out of date. I was hoping it was going to be back online by now, but let's just ignore that and move on to the TAF. Now, Odium are saying 220, 12 knots with visibility greater than 10K, with few clouds at 1,500 feet, scattered at 4,500 feet, but temporarily between now and 10 a.m. local, scattered at 1,200, and temporarily from 10 o'clock local through to about 7 o'clock tonight, visibility down to 7 kilometers in showers and rain, scattered at 2,000 feet, with a probability of 30% that temporarily between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. 230, 17 gusting 27 knots. A 30% chance that temporarily in that similar time period of down to 3 kilometers and heavy showers and rain with broken at 1,800 feet with the QNIMs. Looking at Farnborough, they're saying that between now and 4 o'clock local, 210, 10 knots greater than 10K, scattered at 3,000 feet, and temporarily between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., 230, 15 gusting 25, with 6 kilometers in showers and rain, with a 30% chance that temporarily this afternoon between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., down to 3 kilometers in heavy showers and rain. Sky sight then showing a very poor that's a potential flight distance today. So we'll not linger on that. The local forecast for Lasham here on SkySight is showing cloud bases quite low. The clouds themselves quite big, with disruptions to soaring in the middle part of the day. And comparing that with top meteo, they're showing the southern part of the country is very poor indeed. And if we have a look at the sort of thermal activity and the heights of the thermals here, starting at 9 a.m. and running through, we can see that they don't get much above about 3,000 feet in the best parts of the day. But there's these green areas coming in here, the showers and rain that have been forecast by top meteo. NOTAMs then, there's only 3 local to us. One of them's this evening, which is 24, that's Rushmore, where they're firing flares. So that we don't need to worry about that. But 23 and 27's the usual Barton Stacey and Ash Ranges, which are active today. So let's move on to the actual airfield briefing then. And we'll start with the Odium cross section. And you can see here cloud base slowly going up from about 6 o'clock this morning until now. And then not much change throughout the rest of the day. So I think what you see out the window is what you're going to get in terms of cloud base. But when the big showers come through, obviously the cloud base is going to come down a little bit. And we've got the potential of showers and rain and thunderstorms with that. What is interesting here is low down, below 500 feet, for most of the day, they're showing turbulence. Okay, so it will be quite rough low down, I would imagine. The surface wind, 220, 9 to 14 knots, up to 15 knots throughout the day, and visibility good. Weather's temporarily in showers and rain, and heavy showers and rain with the thunderstorms. But the warning down here is one that we need to heed. Strong winds, 26 knots, and a general sort of thunderstorm warning there. So bookings today, pretty much everything is available, bar the K21 for the casual list and the 5-day course. Trial lessons have cancelled on the strength of the forecast today. In fact, they're probably not going to get to 2,500 feet on a sort of guaranteed basis. So there's one K21 on the 5-day course, one K21 on casual list with one solo club member. Please leave the K13s and the baby grubs in the hangar until the weather checks have been done. I'll make a decision afterwards as to whether we'll get them out or not on the strength of what the weather's actually doing when we're out there. Just a reminder then that instructors are encouraged to add themselves to the casual list on every day, please. Buggies, the management radios are still working well, and the simulator is available as per normal, should we have to stop flying due to showers and rain. Just a reminder then, the BGA safety briefing for ABCD checks. I'm not going to labour the point here, but please dip into the BGA website and search for the ABCD checks. Have a read through and get yourself familiar and start doing them out on the airfield. Okay. Movements today then, there's a PA31 departing at 13:30 local. We're going to set up on runway 23 for the dry operation. There will be a strong wind, southwesterly to south-southwesterly all day. Please have sympathy for the weak links. Don't pull back too hard on the launch. The wind's strong enough that you'll get a decent launch anyway. Keep your circuits tight and land well into the field. Okay, we've got that clutching hand on the downwind end of 2-3. Please don't get caught out over the high trees. Ground handling wise, please look after the canopies and take care when parking or moving aircraft around. And just to re-emphasize what Sam said the other day about SH6 and the discus tail dollies, please use at all times when ground handling the glider in and out of the hangars. Do not lift the rear end by the fin, rudder or tailplane. So the pictorial representation of ops today, runway 23, we're going to be winching to the east side of the runway. We'll start off with the winch right next to the runway, but if we do have trouble with cables dropping over the disused runway, then we can always move the winch a little bit to the east along the Perry track here. Landing well into the field on either side, and we'll air tow from the west side of the runway. That's it for today. I shall see you out on the airfield. Okay. Enjoy your flying, and please keep it safe today and look after those aircraft on the ground. Thanks a lot. Bye.